Hello, this is Dr. Gretchen Kubacki from PCOS Wellness, and today we are talking about infertility, which is always a hot topic in the PCOS world. Well, almost always. There are some of us who are past the point of being able to get pregnant. But I'm going to talk to you about those who have decided that it is time to put a stop to this fertility journey or fertility experiment. A lot of times there's some pressure to just keep trying, mortgage your house, spend all the money on IVF, go on the wild diet so you can lose the weight so supposedly you'll be more fertile, take all the medications, go to acupuncture for 5 years so that you can enhance your fertility. And I am here to say that you have permission to stop. It can be really exhausting, incredibly expensive, and totally heartbreaking, especially if you've had a miscarriage or 2 or 3 or 4 miscarriages or more, or a lot of false pregnancies or what they call chemical pregnancies, where you get your hopes up, you have a positive pregnancy test maybe, and then it turns out to just not be true almost immediately. And that roller coaster of up and down, hopefulness, praying, hoping, doing weird yoga positions, timing your sex life, doing injections, taking medications, it's really exhausting. And it takes a huge psychological toll. I mean, there's definitely the physical side of it, which is just that your entire life is ruled by doctor's appointments and whatever cycle you've got, whether it's your natural cycle that we're working with, because it's actually sort of working even though you have PCOS, or whether it is the other part of it where you are on a lot of prescription medications, usually injectable stuff, to cycle you in a false cycle that is a more predictable cycle where theoretically you should be able to get pregnant more easily. And all of this stuff around trying to stimulate to get eggs to produce so that you have a lot of eggs or follicles to harvest so that they can do IVF procedures, the testing that goes on in terms of sperm donor or your partner's sperm in order to try and make that happen. There's a lot of worrying about the health of the sperm, the eggs, the age of the sperm, the age of the eggs, whether or not all of this is going to work together when you decide to do it. And that is just like a constant stress. So at some point you may come to the conclusion that this is not worth it. You have tried as hard as humanly possible and you have prayed for divine intervention and that has failed, and you have done all of the mantras and all of the meditations and all of the other things that are supposed to help, and it's just not happening. And you know what? It's sad, it's hard. You've got to take some time to really mourn the idea that you're giving up on this part of life, like that you may not have a successful pregnancy of your own. This is also when it's time to think, after you've given yourself a little bit of space, a little bit of breathing room, do you want to do something else to create your family? Do you want to try adoption? Do you want to foster some children? Do you want to decide that you are just going to proactively have a child-free life and that is not only okay, it's great? Whatever you want to do, the choice is yours. If you've got a partner, of course, choice is yours with your partner. But I think it's really important at some point to decide this is not working for me, if it hasn't worked so far. And then to move forward with your life, because otherwise you can get stuck in this cycles, that goes on for years and years and years, like basically until menopause hits, where we are crossing our fingers and hoping and secretly disappointed and devastated and feeling bad about who we are because we, quote, failed at motherhood or becoming mothers. And all of that is bad for your brain. It's bad for your mental health, and it's probably bad for your body too. So I want you to make a decision, whatever that decision is. And once you've made the decision, you go forward with your head held high, knowing that you did the best thing for you and for your relationship and whatever family you may or may not have or create in the future, okay? If you like this video, please like it on YouTube, share, tell your friends, and be sure to join me on PCOS Psychology on YouTube. It's my private Facebook page, and I'm there every day answering questions. And of course, there is a lot more information in my book, the PCOS Mood Cure, which is available on Amazon and on Barnes & Noble. Looking forward to talking with you soon. I will be talking some more about infertility and other hot topics in PCOS. Thanks for tuning in.